This video has been a long time coming, but before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Before I go on about how my top 5 has been destroyed and now I have to rethink what my favorite animes are because we witnessed something that was special. This anime that came out and continued was genuinely an experience, and I hope you watched it. If you didn't, it's time for you to go watch it. This is now your sign to go binge this anime because it is worth every bit of time that it'll take from you. And I'm obviously talking about Sosei no Frieren. Yeah.
ありがとうね、フリーレンさん。これならきっとこの像も忘れられずに済むわ。
あ、忘れるところだった。よし。
It's not very often that we get introduced to an anime that we're not really sure where it's gonna go. And there's no heads or tails. There's no videos out coming about this. Of course, people that read the manga probably have their own thoughts and processes about this. But Sosei no Frieren came out of nowhere. This anime is an adventure drama fantasy, 28 episodes. It is written by Kanehito Yamada, which is now my new god, and I'm definitely going to go look through more of their work. I can't believe this anime just went so underneath my radar and made such a splash. Sosei no Frieren is special. It's not special in the way that it was a fantastical story that had nothing to do with isekai. It was a fantastical story that made me excited to be alive. In the beginning, we're following Frieren, our elven mage who is living a very, 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 very long time. And she was a part of this heroes group that slayed the demon lord. No, this story expands farther than that. It becomes almost surpassing of the adventure that happened before us. And we notice how Frieren is saying goodbye to her old comrades and gaining new ones throughout our entire story. The story continues with us learning about Frieren, feeling time with her, learning about how time affects all sorts of different aspects. One of the main characters of the story is time, and it's so beautifully woven within our story, and we experience it with Frieren, and we take a backseat like Frieren, where at times Frieren feels like a hollow husk without a personality who's just drifting through time and searching up different magics.
要するにクソみたいなおごりと油断だ。
Which at first could be a little boring. At first, it almost like tricks us into thinking that's pretty much the story. We're gonna go get some memories, get some vibes, and we're gonna just go down this memory lane along with Frieren as she lives her life and sees the lands that she saved and see how humans are progressing through time. But no, absolutely not. The story decides to shift gears. We're now seeing the need for Frieren to rediscover the passions of what it means to have a short life. Time is not the enemy. It is also just something we all experience, and Frieren has her own experiences with that and her comrades, which she gains along the way, which some of them are gifts from past comrades that help her rediscover the magic. The fleetingness of life from another person's perspective is changing Frieren and helping her discover the magic that her comrades tried to show her before, but she wasn't necessarily into. Our main goal from this entire story is to go see the hero who passed away again, but he's like all the way far away. Well, he passed away, but like there's a way to go communicate with the dead, and we got to go there, and that sets apart our journey.
あるとは思っていたけど、まさかこれほどとはね。 遅くなったね、ヒンメル。
Sosei no Frieren is special because it contains so many thematic ways of telling a story through different characters, through the matchups, through the fights, through the emotions, through the drama. When I tell you, it was so surprising when you start to learn about the different motives for each character decisions, even through how we grow to understand and see the sadness of different characters, and they all feel real. Sosei no Frieren excels at its ability to make this world so incredibly real, and it brought back fantasy, man. Fantasy is here, and Sosei no Frieren is leading the charge with its story that is filled with real people making real decisions, and life, choices, death. It's all a part of the story, and it feels like it's an all-encompassing moment where we get to experience this through a semi-immortal being, and we meet several other beings, and then we see the fleeting lives of humans who are just passionate flames that are making these drastic choices, doing these drastic things, and it's all so incredible, and it all seems to match the same flavor of the story, and it is no less artful how Sosei no Frieren was able to capture all these things within 28 episodes. Along with that, let me not even lie to you, the animation is fire. There's certain scenes we see Frieren be just so cutthroat and cool. There was moments I was like, God damn, this is fire. Like, Sosei no Frieren had these fight moments. It made magical fights cool. And sometimes I guess I run the course of like liking solely like hand-to-hand combat, but it made the magic and the systems and the fights and the conversations within the fights, and then the moments between the characters where they're going against each other. Chef's kiss. This anime was defining in its way to balance really great storytelling, hard themes, and fights, and the emotional moments that really pulled at your heart, bro. Sosei no Frieren had literally everything, and it was the best anime of last season. It is not gonna be forgotten. This is in my top 10, and it has now pushed out Black Lagoon from my top 5 list. That's how much Sosei no Frieren won my heart, and I can rewatch this. This is now everything to me. I'm going to recommend Sosei no Frieren to anybody and everybody. Like, fantasy is back. Real fantasy is back. Like, I don't want to hear anything about Mushoku Tensei after experiencing Sosei no Frieren. Finally, a good fantasy story that does not rely on the gimmicks and actually focuses on telling a great story is or needs to be celebrated more, because this is one of those stories that like you just don't get to experience ever so often. Along with that, the class mage upgrade, like some of these things, the storytelling, the different deaths, the hardships, the different moderators, the personalities. Sosei no Frieren excels at giving us pieces of people's personality without telling us about people's personalities. And it's sometimes so endearing to have something shown to me instead of told to me. And that's what Frieren is about. It's about showing, not telling. And then we get the flashbacks, we get a little bit of sometimes we get a little bit more views into what's going on, and it's a device that is helpful because we've been shown so much that it's not half bad to be told once in a blue moon. To get the flashbacks of Frieren with her mates, with all sorts of different characters dealing with the choices of what they're about to do from what they have done, and it all plays a part within this story, and We deal with the chemical reactions. We deal with the subtleties of understanding each character. There's so many characters that are side characters that I know by name and understand simply because I was taught them. I was given a chance to learn these characters and I fell in love with them. There's so many characters that I'm such a fan of, and later on through this anime, we get to love them even more as they interact with our characters, and they also broaden up and widen the world for us. Sosei no Frieren is a generational anime, and you should watch it. I genuinely give this anime a 10 out of 10, and there's not a lot of animes that could do this and be this amazing at it. But anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you're doing well. I just graduated. Life is going interesting. Just be prepared for more videos and more from me in the near future. Thank you for watching so far. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. And I thank you for rooting for me as much as you have been. I genuinely appreciate everyone who is watching my videos. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. And I hope this summer or this time is going wonderful for you. Be easy, take care, be well, and good luck in all your endeavors.